Skill issue, no. Right. Oh yeah, it needs to be on full damage. And FRR needs to be off. Yep. Simulation level. Simulation level. Yep. Yeah, GT should be somewhere around 2 minutes, under or over, and Proto's around 47, 48. Okay, Proto GT. It looks like the settings are correct. Make sure we have 2 hours of racing. Yep. Okay, 50-50. And then the time of day. Yep, it is 12 o'clock for this stint. That's funny. I don't think so. Let's see, Enrique, Group 3 for the Lambos. Yep, Rash Group 2. Thank you. Again, there are 23 people in this VC. You need to speak up if you are not in this lobby. Because I'm trying to go through and make sure everyone's here. VGT David. Is David in here? Nope. Alright, hold up. I got you. Hold on, I'm helping you out. Who was that? Who else needs one? Okay. Alright. Alright. Alright, there's TRK. Alright, who else needs an invite? What? Wait, Tio, are you not racing this stint? That's stupid. Vanisher, are you racing here? Sleepy, are you in here? Yep, you are. Okay. Okay, Paul Lacoste, are you supposed to be here? Yep, that's me. Me. Yes. Okay, we should have 21. Should have. Okay, we should have. Okay, who's okay? Who? Okay, we're missing one GT car in this lobby. Oh, he's okay. No. It's a dry race. It's noon in Florida. It's gonna be pretty humid there. Either way, does anyone have any questions before we get going? Now's the time to answer. It's time to ask and we answer. Yep, 3 mandatory pits before 30 minutes on the clock. If you do your third stop, if the timer is under 30 minutes, you will probably get disqualified. So, please do them before. If you send in a clip showing that you went into the pits before that was supposed to happen, then yeah, for us to review, then yes, I would submit it if you want to appeal that. 30 minutes. 20 minutes, you slam on the brakes. You don't move. Got it? Wait, we have this. Let's see, do we have any Lexuses? Nope. No Lexus, no caddies. Awesome. I vanish. Bert, you want me to do it? Since I have this on... Okay. Because I... No. It's the bridge. As soon as you cross under the bridge, after turn 5, you will accelerate, and it's green. Yep. Can't miss it. It's pretty big. And then Sleepy, line up before the curb at turn 1. Oh, maybe don't make our sick host upset, please. Please. Oh, everyone back out. Everyone back out. Everyone back out. Just say, y'all, hey, quit it. Both of you, stop. If there's... Oh, right, other thing. If anyone has an issue, like collision bugs, after the first 4 minutes of racing, if no one calls it out and we don't know, we're not restarting the lobby. So if you have an issue, preferably at the start, call it out, please. Oh, someone DC'd. Hold up, we got 2 people DC'd. Hold up. Who DC'd? Okay, I got you. Hold up. Oh, if you left, then who's host? Oh, Sakura, Shark is host. No. Nope. Hold up. So there's Flak Bus. Okay, Velocos came back. Ooh, okay, there's Regs. Okay. So that should be everyone. So make sure you're in the right group, because apparently this game is dumb. It puts you in the wrong group when you load in. Puts you in a random group for heckin's sake. Yeah, so Yep, do your fuel and tires. Please do that. Hello everyone watching stream. There's quite a lot of people watching. Good golly. Alright, everyone ready up. Alright. Yeah, so Birch, do you want to do... Yeah, Birch and... sorry, I forgot your other name. And then Flack. So Flack, if you want to do data collection after. And then Birch, you do those commands. We have everyone ready? Alright, everyone's ready. Let's hit start, and we're getting to going. Yeah, no one move. And then... I'll read it off. Hold up. I got you. I'll read it. I would do the tap thing when we're all lined up, preferably. So us. Yeah, let me know when you're in, because I have a delay on spectate. Alright, Sleepy first. In second is Jesco. In third is Birchie. In fourth is CBL Fainu. I'm sorry if I butchered that. In fifth is RZX Oracle. In sixth is LMP Kaiser. In seventh is X3 Art Velazzo. Alright, GT cars. In 8th place, Punk Nozzle. In 9th, PTG Platinum. That does that when you're stopped. In 11th is SRT Henrique. Behind Henrique is EMC Rags. Next up is BTR Rash. Behind is EBT TRK. Next is Apex Fortune. Behind Fortune is Varsilian. Sorry if I butchered that. Behind Varsilian is GGA Flakbus. Behind Flakbus is Pulzacost. Behind Pulzacost is the Sakura Shark. Behind Shark is NWR Arish. Behind Arish is NWR Shift. Where does David go? Oh shoot. David, you will start behind PTG Platinum. David, you will start in 10th position. So yeah, so David's coming up. So David, in front of Henrique, behind Platinum in 10th, or yes. Sorry if I butchered that. I'm so. Okay, yes, David is in 10th. So David, you need to move up. Yes, 3rd place in GTs. That is true. Alright, David, keep going forward. We will start accelerating when the timer hits 1 hour and 56 minutes. We have 40 more seconds. And stop, David. Oh. There you go. There we go. Okay. Oh, who did... Alright. The clock hits 156. We will accelerate to 45 miles per hour. If you need to accelerate to close into the car ahead, you may do so, but as soon as you get up to them, 45 miles per hour. Anyway, good luck. Have fun. We're at 152, no more restarts. So after that, we are then go green all the way to the end of the stint. I will mute myself. Good luck to everyone. Alright, hello everyone. Almost didn't catch the start of the stint, and welcome to Lobby D, stint number 2, and we are well underway. TORA Sebring 12 hours. Good jump by Sleepy up ahead and looking up behind. I think here comes Fieno on the inside of Birchie. Nope, Birchie cuts him off. Looks like Oracle thinking about going the long way around, especially on this restart. If you're gonna get by someone, you better get by them now. Here comes Jessica. He's thinking the long way around, the outside. Nope, that's not Sunset Bend. He makes the move done on Sleepy. A great start by Jesco. He's got to put the power down from the cars behind. Oracle fighting it out in the background for P4. Oracle goes a little bit wide. That's going to allow Kaiser and Velezzo to get a run for P5. To make a move up for the next position. The GT cars behind, battling it out. Look at this GT battle behind. Very feisty indeed. Looks like there's a little fight for 12th position. Rash trying to hold off Vanisher and TRK. You can see him. That's the pink car. The pink Corvette of Rash fighting it out. He blocks Vanisher and TRK. He's going to hold 12th position. Done. His GT battle well underway. Very feisty indeed. The Hornet BMW. That's probably one of the better. Oh no! Vanisher gets hits out. And it's going to cost him a couple of places. It's cost him that one move 4 positions. And now he's on the back foot. Everyone else behind. He's got to find a move somewhere. So I'm looking up ahead. Looks like I think TRK got around Rash. Rash, he did drop a couple positions down. We're gonna move back up to the pack. Everyone up ahead, doing the best they can. This battle, especially in the back from Barcelian and the Sovereign BMW. Trying to make up as many positions as you can. Our host and fearless leader of the session, Flackbus. Oh man, gotta feel for it. Dude's been on the limit already today. Move back up to the prototype division. The GTs are trying to slowly feel their way out. As Jesco goes a bit wide, it's going to allow Birchie up the inside. Back Sunset straight. It's gonna be a dogfight. So he's gotta back off. Final turn. Looks like Oracle goes a little bit wide. Anyway, we are well underway. Then we cross the 152 in the race timer. No more restarts. We are green all the way to the end if someone has an issue. Pull up the track map real quick so I know exactly where the heck I am on this dang track. Prototype battle still going well underway. I'm gonna look back. Seems to be a fight in the GTs. Looks like for 18th overall. Here comes he's fortunate. He's trying to hold off Harrison. Oh, he just couldn't get by. Harris is going to hold on. Fortune's going to continue to drop down the order. Here comes Sakura. He was thinking about a move on Fortune up the inside. He's going to get that done. The Lambo just outperforming the Ferrari. And move back up the order just a little bit. I don't think anyone's had any major issues just yet. Starting to solidify their position. Looks like Enrique in the SRT car. It looks like he's in the Corvette. Flying now. He's got a gap to all the cars behind. This is a good thing if you're the leader. No dirty air. You don't got to worry about anyone. Put your foot down. Looks like we might have a little fight in the background. They were at Cunningham corner. Manager just trying to find any sort of ground just to get ahead of these cars, but everyone else planted so far. As we see Holocaust ahead, it goes a little bit wide, so it costs them just a tiny bit of time, especially when they go through Bishop Bend and Vine Bend. Little section, very easily throw your car up for a loop. Harris takes a wide line. It's going to allow Sakura to go side by side out the exit of the Le Mans curve. He's going to get a run. Either way, Vanisher's gone the back foot. Here comes Sakura Shark. He's on the inside. Side by side, coming up to the Sunset Bend. See if Sakura's going to make a move. Vanisher, he slips. He goes a little bit wide. He's going to do the cutback. He's going to get it done. Great defensive move on Vanisher's part, but on Sakura's part, gonna find a way around. Our strategy this race, it looks like everyone's gonna go on the soft tires. Enrique in front, he's gonna continue to build the gap. Seems to be a little, looks like Sleepy in the prototypes. He's fallen off just a little bit. The gap between himself and the top 6 just grew so much. I'm not too sure what happened. He did start on pole for this stint. So if you're watching, if you're wondering about Sleepy, ooh, Rash just goes a little bit off track. That's going to allow Holocaust to take the long way around Rash. And Holocaust is going to stick the move down in the braking zone. He is. He's well ahead. Oh no, he's getting more and more sliding. Holocaust is going to keep the move. Here comes Vanisher, pouncing on Rash's mistakes behind. And I think Sakura was thinking about a move. Got to slot it behind. Here comes Holocaust. He's going a long way around at Collier Curve. He gets it done. Great move by Holocaust on Vanisher, but Rash now all over Vanisher's rear end now. The GTs are starting to form groups now. It's not a bad thing to be in this back group, but if you're getting held up by cars, you need to get by them as quick as you can. Think about strategy, pit strategy now. You gotta get by the car ahead, and you can't fight too much because at that point, Enrique, who is now he's pulled an even bigger gap to Punk and David behind. Very, very well done, Enrique. Just commanding the lead up ahead. We're gonna move back up to the prototypes. This little fight between first still underway. The top 6 still pretty close to each other. Some of them still in the draft. Some of them still not. Not a horrible thing. Your car's behind. Gonna move back up to P1. No, that's not the camera. There it is. We're going on board with Birch. You can see that gap behind between the cars. It's well ahead of everyone else behind the Protos. Move back to Jesco. You can see Fano in the Porsche. Just keeping that distance isn't really getting smaller. It's not really getting bigger, too. Good things about Sebring. There's a lot of places on this track where you can draft. There's 5 places where you can draft. It's real handy. The stretch, the longest one, is best if you're going to probably make a move. Now, about 10 minutes into this session, fuel and tires aren't really going to become a play yet. As soon as we get into the 1 hour 30, 1 hour 25-ish, that's when you're going to see cars start to go into the pits. Everyone everyone here has 3 mandatory stops they have to take for the 30 minutes timer. Reach 20 minutes, everyone must break. That is the end of the stint. So really, we have 1 hour and 26 more minutes of racing left. I'm going to move back to the GTs. Well, Oracle thought about moving to the outside. Fader was on the middle side of the track. Behind, he's got to worry about Oracle. You can see now, we're on board now with Fainu. Oracle, he's got the draft. Is he going to think about a move down at Cunningham corner? No, he's a little bit too far back. He's just letting Fainu know, hey, I'm right here. I'm not going anywhere. Gotta find a way around Fainu. I think Oracle knows he has the pace to get around. But where exactly on track are you going to make that move happen? This is the stage of the race. Getting by now. It's going to be a good thing, especially if you want to undercut the cars ahead. Get a little gap. Archie's now getting that move done. He's well ahead of this prototype group. See if Fainu thinks about a move. He's in the draft. He goes middle. They're side by side coming down the back stretch. Is Fainu going to stick a move on Jesko? Yes, he is. Jesko, though, takes the cutback. Fainu taking a wide line throughout the last corner. Not about getting a run, but just Jesko, just better traction. Now Oracle closing in. Now we got to fight for P2 in this lobby. Oh, and Oracle goes a bit wide. I'm sorry, that was a major voice crack. Anyway, we're going to move back. It's back to this little GT battle. Seems David has made up a place on Punk behind. So very good. Enrique in front, extending his lead even further now. Seems like Varcilian and Rags picking up a couple places as well. We're going to move back to these cars. Doesn't look like too much is happening just yet. The pit action, the pit road action is going to be well underway. So, hi everyone in chat. How you doing? Anyone having a good day? Did anyone in chat have raced the first stint at all? Anyone want to comment on how they've been doing so far? I'm looking back. I think Rash now has lost another place. I think Sakura Shark on the move. Vanisher also gets a move on Rash. I think Rash might have gone a little bit wide coming out of the Mlans curve onto the Ulmon straight. That's probably what happened. Anyway, they're closing in on Arish and the McLaren up ahead. Now we have our first pit. We're now going to switch on the pit chart now. Rags, our first car to pit so far. So I'm not too sure if he has damage or not. Again, we'll have to see later on in this race. Now I'm looking back. Rags now, back of the pile on the GTs. Here come the prototypes behind. Closing in on the GTs. That's where this race is going to start to get a little bit interesting. You can see them on the map. The protos and the red dots catching up to all the GT cars in the blue and the green. Sometimes the protos would be yellow if anyone was driving the Cadillac, which they would have the same power handicap, as well as the Lexus RCF GT3, who's also in the GT class. Anyway, this fight for 16th isn't over yet. Vanisher and Sakura side by side. Coming through Fangio Chicane. Up to Cunningham we go. Vanisher, he's going to get a move done early. Breaks hard. Right in front of Sakura. Crash. Already all over Sakura's rear end. Sakura under pressure. With Rags behind. Prototypes are now starting to catch up to Rags. Prototypes are now starting to lap the GT car. Even though this GT car is already pit. Wondering about the strategy or if it had damage early on. Oh, hi Lotus in chat. You're still waking up, making coffee. Yeah. Fun times. Oh, Vanisher and Sakura still fighting it out. I mean, you are in the right group. Well, here it is. I'll make a text to the race control, see what they say. Or I can check your power and make sure it's good on you. Yeah, I can't check your power for you. It's only on your end I can see your telemetry. Alright. Well, it doesn't. Like, the good thing is you're matching the BMW's, like, straight line pace. So I'm not too worried about it. Anyway, I go back to mute. Anyway, I had a little bit of difficulties. I'm pretty sure I got reports from Sakura that he doesn't think the power handicap applied. Even though he is in the correct group, he does have 5% power handicap. Oh no! TRK just puts it in the dirt. Right out of tower turn. There's now Flack and Polskos side by side. Coming up this Bishop and Gold Bend. Edinburgh Bend. Oh my gosh, my corner name butchering. Chat, should I use corner numbers instead? That'd probably be a little bit easier to follow. Go into chat, say something. Wait, I ain't gonna know. Alright. Prototypes now. Oh no, as I'm looking behind, I'm looking at the prototype. I see Jesko, who's all the way back in P7 behind Sleepy. How did that happen? I did not even see that coming on the map. I see Henrique, the gap between everyone else behind, commanding. Probably at least 500 yards ahead, either with this 5-foot prototypes. Ain't over yet. We're gonna move back up to David and Varsilian. Varsilian just cutting through this field. Absolutely decimating all the cars behind. He did start pretty far behind. He started 9th in the GT class. He's up to 3rd in GTs. Oh, if you're a Sovereign, guys, good on you. And David goes a little bit wide. Varsilian, he's going to close the distance between himself and David ever so slightly. So we're going to go on board with Varsilian. He's fighting off David. Side by side, coming up. He's going to think about a move down the inside of Cunningham. He's going to get the move done. Very well done. Now David all over Var's rear bumper. He's going to go around a long way around. That move ain't going to work. Now the prototypes are now starting to cut their way through the field. There we go now back to Feinu. He's now catching up to a lot of the GT cars. It's probably where things could get interesting. A prototype might have punted a GT car. GT car might do it the other way around. Either way, part of the race you got to be most careful if you're a prototype driver. You don't want to get a penalty. Pretty sure it's up to 2,500, 5,000, maybe 10,000 feet if you leave a driver with damage. So you gotta be careful with these cars. Are you muted in the Discord? Yes, I am muted in the Discord. No one else can hear me in chat. I did unmute myself just for a little bit, just so I can talk to some of the drivers, but right now, they cannot hear me, no. Whoa. Looks like Vars and someone else ahead. No, it's Flack and Polakos ahead, who are side by side coming up to the front stretch. Polakos is going to get the move done on Flackbus. Flackbus goes wide, just enough for Polakos to take the inside up at turn 1. Now these two got prototypes to deal with. I think that looks like Sleepy and Jesko trying to make a move around. No, that's Velazzo and Oracle that were trying to fight their way through the GT traffic. And I think Flackbus got a little bit of slack coming out of it. He got a little bit screwed. Polakos didn't pull away just a little bit, or he hopped in the draft of the prototypes ahead. Hi, Chris. How's it going? Rooting for Fortune in the back? Yeah, I mean, slowly, but I do have a little bias to the Sovereign and Apex cars, and a little bit to my own, which I know Rash is in here. He's trying to hold down the fort best he can. Who else is in here? Also teammates with Sleepy, even though I'm not in their entries, Raven entries, so I'm just kind of here just chilling. see if there's any fights behind. Everyone's starting to space themselves out. There's not too many fights. Unless you're a GT car, there is a fight, sort of, kind of, for 14th. TRK and Irish. This is two cars on track to each other. Again, anything can still happen in these races. In my lobby in the first stint, there was a pileup at the exit of the last turn. There were cars on the racing line at the exit. So there was like at least 6 cars that just caught bodies there. And everyone just did not see that coming. Luckily for me, I avoided that somehow. This fight between TRK and Erish still underway. On board, TRK facing behind. There's Erish, and that's Sakura in the Lambo. Just slowly but surely, he's kept making his way up. Erish closing the distance to TRK ever so slightly. Sakura, he is also in there. Dirty air, especially from the first section, aiming towards the back end. Anyway, Erish, think about a move. He might think about it. He's a little bit too far back to make the move stick. Sakura, though, he's closing in the distance. Rash behind. He hasn't lost too much ground on the cars ahead. Oh, that's not Rash. That looks like Jesco behind. Trying to fight his way through GT traffic. He's going to slot it behind the GT cars ahead. They're currently fighting it out for 14th overall in this lobby. TRK just getting a little bit of a wider exit. Erish, though, he can cut back in with the late apex, getting a little bit more speed outside the tower turn. Gaps between everyone on track slowly but surely. They're getting wider and wider. This fight for... Oh no, and Erish goes a little bit wide out the Le Mans curve. Oh man. If you're Erish, you're probably kicking yourself. Just gives up one position and plenty of distance to the fight with TRK ahead. Oh man. Now the pit cycles are now beginning. Reach that part of the race where pit stops are now coming into play. Now you can see on the screen, you have to take 3 mandatory stops. And you have to do it in the next hour. As soon as the race timer hits 30 minutes, you better have all 3 of your mandatory pit stops done. That's a Stint DQ. Happened to a teammate of mine at Daytona. They had 3 stops done. There were 4 mandatory stops, and, well, he got DQ'd because he did not complete all the mandatory stops before their mandatory time. Pray for his run. Wait, looking behind. Looks like the GT cars that have pit. Looks like Flatbus is leading the cars that have pit first so far. Good on him for going out. Okay, little recap. Birchie in the prototype class. A sizable gap to Colosso and Oracle behind. We're fighting it out. There's Kaiser and LMP BMW. There's Jessica behind. Well, distance behind. Kaiser behind. And then there's Sleepy, who had a little squabble early on. And there's CBL Fainu. Fainu, he's already pit so far. He was in a 3rd to 2nd place. So he's probably, if these 2 protos up ahead and Palazzo and Oracle, they will probably hit. It probably might come out somewhere around where Fainu is, where he is on position-wise on track. Either way, the proto's got to pit sooner than later. Now there's a fight now between TRK and Sakura. Sakura is closing the distance to TRK. So this battle will be nice to see as now they're rounding the final corner. Sakura is going to get a draft coming down the front stretch. Across the start-finish line, still in the draft. Sakura is just a little bit too far behind. There's a little car length that separates between 2. Now we go through turn 1. TRK just goes a little bit wide. So Sakura to close in the distance just a little bit. Now they go hard on the brakes now. which I don't blame them. It is quite loud. So now Sakura goes along the outside of TRK. He's ahead. His whole car's ahead. Now he's going to get hard on the brakes. TRK, though, he's a little bit late on the brakes. It's going to allow him to just stay ahead of Sakura. Sakura better on the traction out of the corner. He's going to get ahead. Wow. Great move on Sakura's part. TRK, though, he's got to put the power down. There's Arish behind. He's closing in the distance. He's making up the time. Okay, if your GT cars, your fuel's probably getting smaller and smaller, so that might be a factor. I'm not too sure. We shall see. We shall see. As now I'm looking in the prototypes in the pit lane. It looks like Virtue and Palazzo are now hitting in the pit, so I'm not too sure. The two protos that are in the pit lane right now, there they are on the map. Here's Finu. He's highlighted on the map in 7th place in the prototypes. You can now see now Birch and looks like Birch and Palazzo are now heading down the pit lane. Not too sure where Finu is going to come out. I think the two up front are going to be fine. Fenu, though, he's going to get past Sleepy and Jesco. See if Fenu makes up any ground on prototypes ahead. I think Oracle is still commanding up ahead. Kaiser's still good. Virtue and Veloso, they got cold tires coming out. See if they can make what can work. Fenu can catch up just by a little bit with what warm tires he has. The fight for second. So now the GT cars are now coming in. I know if you're staying out this late, you're going to gain some position, but you're going to have to pit at some point. Pit more often. So if you're going to make the first stint, the longest one, you better make it count. Anyway, there's not too much fighting in the prototype, in the GTs. Everyone's starting to just slowly gloss out. Let's see if Black Bus can get in front of. Looks like Holocaust is ahead. No, not gonna get it done. Rash, probably the loser on this first pit cycle. He's lost the position to Vanisher and Rex. He's lost a sizable distance, especially if the car is ahead. Sleepy though. It looked like a map. He did spin. He was pretty still for a good sizable chunk. Enrique's the only one that's pit among the GTs. There's the leader of the GTs. You can see the gap between himself and Varsili. Just how big of a lead he has. Everyone else behind. So if you're cheering, if you're on if you're on the SRT team, probably cheer for joy. Enrique is putting in a good performance in this opening 30 minutes of this race. Well, stint. This race is 12 hours. I'm gonna lose my mind in the next 30 minutes. Oh, I've already had a stint. My brain is fried. I probably need to go outside at some point. I'm sorry, chat. Alright, looks like the fight for P8 between TRK and Arish still going underway. Arish trying to find a way around TRK. I'm not sure if TRK's tires are starting to go. They have been out for a long while. I'm not too sure if they're on minor tire wear or not. Either way, we're going to minor, no, but their fuels though, definitely on the limit. Arish just slots in behind TRK, doesn't want to make a move just yet. He's trying to find a way around TRK. It's got to happen sooner than later. If he's holding it up, you're going to find a way around. I think here at Cunningham Corner, probably the best place. It's a little bit too far back to make the move done. I think he's realized their braking power is pretty dang similar. So if you're going to make a move, you got to set it somewhere. But if you're too far back, then that move is not going to happen. Go touch dirt grass. Yeah, Chris, I probably should go touch grass. I got a call from someone that I don't spend enough time outdoors, and believe me, right? So Okay, now let's do a quick little update. I think this little there's a little fight between Fortune and Polacost. I'm not too sure what happened with Polacost behind. It looks, I know he has pit. This is the second pit, which you'd probably think, well, it's quite early to pit, and he'd be right. I'm not too sure. Also, anyone in chat with headphones on, can you hear like a electric-esque sound? I know I'm not the only one, so I'm a little curious. Polacost, he thought about it moving the inside. He was a little bit too far back to make the move stick. Dang good exit out of Cunningham, so he thinks about a move at the tower. No, he's a little bit too far back. Fortune's got to hold off Polacost behind, even though it's not good for his race. They'll keep holding off a driver like that. Especially a car that's got way better tires than you. What do you think about it? Polacost is using every bit of track that he can. He's going to think about a loop. He's going for it. He's going alongside Fortune. On the inside. Fortune's just trapped. He's got to stick to the inside. No, he's on the outside. Not bad. Here comes Polacost. Early on the brakes. See if Fortune can take the cut back. A little bit too far back to make the move stick. Polacost gets a later exit. Either way, good move on Polacost. He's got to get past these cars that have less pits than you. Vanisher up ahead, just coming out of pit lane. The PGG car is now behind Polacost. Pulls the car. I'm sorry, I'm butchering names left, right, and center. If anyone's fighting, GT cars now starting to respect each other. TRK and Flakbus, closest two cars to each other. That's a sizable gap. That's probably about all Flakbus is going a little bit wide. Allow TRK to close the distance between the cars. Go the distance. Oh, here comes TRK. They're alongside Flakbus. Here we go. Sketchy part of the course. You gotta really keep it on the inside if you're Flakbus. These curves are monsters. TRK on the inside. Up again to bind Ben. Get it. They're still side by side. Flakbus at the Le Mans on the inside. Wow. Flakbus, you're probably, if you're Rags, you probably need some coffee. Oh man. Rags in the VC be like, oh man, I need some coffee. I'll sleep back here. That's what the pit lane is for, unfortunately. TRK trying to get back what distance he lost to Flakbus that was ahead of him. This is still a very, very long race. I'm looking back, I think Arish is still quite a bit behind. I think the last pit cycle did kind of hurt him. Now Rags is now splitting himself and TRK, who he was fighting like about 10-ish minutes ago. Probably wondering what the world just happened. Back up to Sakura, who's trying to chase down Punk up ahead. The gap is slowly coming smaller and smaller. A little bit too far behind to make any moves happen. Now the Proto is now coming around once again, lapping GT traffic. Second time of this stint. Oh, if you're Sakura, don't go too wide there. I did that myself in the first stint. I lost out about a good second or two. Silly me. Yeah, it must be the BMW. That thing is horribly loud. Sakura is closing in on Punk ahead. Punk's now, he's swerved across up the straight, used up his two moves. Any more moves, and that's swerving. Hard on the prank, Punks goes. Sakura just, that distance just closes so quick. Slavi still closing in. Yes. Eighth place is first place in GTs. That would belong to SRT Henrique. Yeah, so if you're Henrique, you're feeling good. If you're Varsilian, oh man. Distance between Sakura and Punk closing in more and more. Punk, he's already on. He was on the inside just for a good amount, but he moves back to the outside. Sakura, the distance just getting even closer every lap. You can basically touch the rear end of Punk's Ferrari. Here comes Sakura. They're alongside, coming around the front stretch. Sakura's going to go late brake. He's going to go around the outside, potentially. He's ahead for now. Punk's going to go late on the brakes. He's going to push Sakura just a little bit outside. They're still side by side. Coming out the exit of 1. Here's turn 2. To turn 3. Sakura still on the outside. It's Punk on the inside. He gets ahead of Sakura. Here come the Protos behind. Here's Birchie. Getting what little toe from the Protos he can. He's going to be on the outside of Punk's. Coming down to turn 6. Oh no! Sakura just kind of spins it. He's going to lose about a second or so to Punk's. But that progress that he made over the last 2 to 3 laps is gone. Now he's going to make it up wherever he can. You got, you're gonna lose, so be a little bit careful. Back to the prototypes we go. Yeah, so if you're Feinu, you're well ahead of Oracle behind, which is a improvement thing. If you're Sleepy though, he's falling more and more behind. A good sizable gap, especially when you started out in first position, especially in the Slavi, and you make your way all the way down. That's not really ideal. Really, no more faults for us to Stint. You're really putting your foot down. Alright. Had a little break. I should probably have a little drink. I am thirsty as heck. I got pinged. What? Bars is I'm sorry, I'm not getting any casting in. There's not really much happening on track other than... Oh, here's a fight. We got Jesco and it looks like Kaiser pretty close to each other on track. It's probably a good battle. We're gonna sit back and watch. I'm looking into the pit timer ticker. Shift is now going in for his third mandatory stop, so he's good. Everyone else, though, still gotta do 2 more pits, unless you're Polo Vanisher that needs to do 1 more. Okay, these 2 prototypes are now coming in on some GT traffic up ahead on the map. You can kind of see them. The blue and green dots, those are the GT cars. If they're green, 5% power handicap for balancing purposes. Oh man. Oh, how's everyone's day? I've probably said that already. There's some new people who's watching. Oh. There's a little fight in the GTs up ahead. Looks like a little fight for 13th. I think Blackbucks and TRK are starting to close in the distance to each other. So I'm looking back on the timing chart. It looks like Sakura has made his way past Punk in the Ferrari. So that little distance that he messed up earlier on has made that place back already. I did not catch that, so not bad. So now Jesco trying to slice his way through GT traffic, trying to get away from Kaiser behind, who's now just closed it just a lot. Separate fights going on at the same time. That's... If you're probably thinking about this, is this safe? Yes. Unless someone just decides to be an absolute menace, which will be menace-wise for if you were said menace. Oh. Hello, everyone. Good to see you. Now the fight with Flakbus and TRK is still going underway. This between them ain't really going any higher or lower. So we're going to move back up to the Proto. It seems like Kaiser and Jesco, they're going to side by side through the exit of the final corner. Coming down the front stretch, Kaiser's got to run. He's ahead of Jesco, coming up to turn 1. Jesco's going to slot in behind. Now Kaiser's not going to command this 5th position. Jesco, though, he's got a better run out of T1. Oh, they're coming to a GT car ahead. Looks like Sakura's short. Oh, they're so close to each other. Somehow, they didn't collide with the Lamborghini. Unbelievable. Oh my gosh, if you're Sakura, you're probably just freaked out. Two GTs decided to make a 3 wide at turn 4? In all places? Oh gosh. Shift has now gone in for his 4th pit stop. I don't know why he's doing that. He's done well more than he probably should have. Which is not exactly a great thing. It's bad for your team. I mean, you've pit this many times with so much time left. Hey, if you're Kaiser, you've gotten away from Jesco just a little bit. That's a good thing. You can start to run away. Oh man. Thank you, Jorgen, for the follow. Thank you, Saki, for the follow as well. I know you're watching your boys trying to compete to the best they can. And I'm sorry that the Stint is so far behind. We're gonna go right up to the hour at this point. Someone ate the tire wall. Oh, someone did. Ooh, uh-oh. Looks like this battle between Rags and Rash getting all underway. No, that's not Rash. That's Arish. McLaren and Ferrari are fighting with each other. Gosh dang. Rags closing on an Erish, trying to find what he can. Enrique, second pit stop done. It's behind the next person that's already pit, pulls the cost. Very far away. You can see on the map 15th where Enrique is. Probably going to win this stint for the GTs. You can see Polzikos behind. Coming up the turn 3 now. That's how far the gap is between the leader and second. Well, if it were to keep going like this, everyone's got to pit 2 more times. Except for these two. Which I think Polzikos and Enrique might have played this pit stop strategy just right. The other question is, how much fuel do you even take when you come in? You gotta start calculating, hey, when do I gotta go pit in next time around? And about right now is probably when you should start making your second pit stops for both classes. And if you were thinking about your third stop, probably towards the 40-minute mark, probably before, so you can low fuel it as much as you can, especially at the end. That's where track rubber is going to be at its peak. But really, at the very end, you want to have as little fuel as you can. You also have to judge, hey, when is the timer going to hit, and how much fuel am I going to have? Especially the tires too, because you don't want to be out. You don't want to pit too early, because then your tires are going to shoot up. Max is going in. Aristow, he's got to put his foot down. His competitor behind, or in front, he's undercutting him, so he's got to go in now, or next time by, if he's really going to think about it. Looking at the prototypes, Kaiser and Jesko are still very close to each other, still fighting. And we're going to go back to these prototypes, they're still fighting it out, still so close to each other. We're going to go on board with Kaiser, he's looking behind. You can see Jesko though, trying to find any sort of gap that he could find to just get back at Kaiser. Right now. Thought about it. The car just inched towards the inside just a little bit. Still so close to the Kaiser's rear bumper. See if Jessu's going to think about a move down the front stretch. Kaiser, he's in the middle. Still not sure what Jessu's going to do. Jessu's going to slot him behind. Now Fainu now coming out of the pits. He's ahead of Sleepy. He's very far behind. At least probably a third of a lap behind him. Either way, you gotta start putting your power down. This battle's still going underway. Jesko's just trying to keep Kaiser at base, but he's still keeping the pressure down. How long will Kaiser last? That is the question. This battle is still going underway. Now we're approaching the 45-minute mark. The prototypes are now starting to come in. It's like Sleepy's getting real close. The car's behind. They might lap him at some point. The flag rules in class still apply. GA, key for it to follow. Oh boy. Too sure what's happening to ship. He's pit so many times, and I'm not too sure what's happening. But either way, Jesco and Oracle into the pits. Oracle now just exiting the box. Here comes Fainu. Fainu's now coming in for his third stop. I'm not too sure if he's going to try to make a third stint last for 45 minutes. We'll see. We'll see how that works. Anyway, for the fight for the class lead is now well underway because Birchie and Velazzo now just inching so close to each other. Now we're going on board with Velazzo. He's going to think about moving to Birchie. He's got to think about it sooner than later. A little bit too far back. Pits. Probably had a misclick of the button on something somewhere, but either way, he's messed up. He's always said he's put on the medium tires. It's not too good. Looking out, Velazzo a little bit wide at the Le Mans curve. Fight between the two BMWs. There's so many BMWs in this race, largely because of how close. Just how easy the BMW is to drive. I mean, out of the box, the thing is actually... no, that wasn't a play on words or anything. Here we go. Velazzo, he's thinking not about moves. Super close to Birchie all of a sudden. Oh. No, we gotta go back. See if Velazzo gets the move done. He's thinking about the move. He's thinking about it. He's on the inside of Birchie. Birchie just respects the space. Velazzo, now he's on the inside of turn 5. Great move by Velazzo. He's got the run. Here comes Birchie. He's got better traction out of turn 5. Side by side. Hard on the brakes with the 400 board. Birchie on the outside. He gets his place back. Woo, boy. Wow. All right. Velazzo gets the move back. Wow. Thought Birchie had it for a second. No, Velazzo gets it back. Now Velazzo leading the Protos now. Not too sure how this happened. Birchie was leading by a well margin. Now I'm looking behind Kaiser, who's only pit one time. He's got to pit again at some point. He's got to pit 2 more times. It's going to put him farther down the order. He's got to pit now because he's got Jesco he's got to worry about. He was fighting with earlier. So Jesco, a big undercut. And Kaiser still got to worry about when he's got to pit. So really, he should pit right now. Because that third pit stop's going to come a lot sooner than you think. Fight for class lead still underway. Velazzo and Birchie still neck and neck. Oh, here comes Birchie. He's going on the inside. Down at turn 6. Goes a little bit wide. Velazzo's going to get the cut back. He's going to get better traction out of the corner. Looks like Kaiser behind. Inching closer and closer to the leaders of the prototype in this lobby. Velazzo knows that Birchie's very aggressive. He's got to find out where he's going to pick. He's got to pick his move very well. Like, that Rag's kind of gotten a little way a bit. I think Birchie might have shown that Rag just a little bit wide. It caused him to go off track there, as you just saw. Kaiser's got to send it. He's got to send it right here. If he's gonna get a little bit of gap between Birchie, he's gonna get the gap. Birchie with just a shallower line coming out the Le Mans curve. And any sort of distance right there caused by GT traffic. Very good for Filazzo. Bars now. Where in the world? Okay. I mean, if you're Vars, you're probably thinking, oh, I could definitely start pushing it more. The Sovereign BMW, still holding up strong. I do wonder how everyone else in the group is doing. I'm not too sure. I need to look. See how everyone else is doing. Prototype still going underway. Now I'm trying to read chat and see if anyone's posted anything. I don't think anyone's done anything just yet. SRT Henrique, please. Yeah, Henrique and Vars. It's definitely a battle just to watch out for. Now I'm seeing Henrique is coming out of the back straight. I think he's going to beat Vars out of the pits. You can now start seeing him, and then he's done it. Henrique is now ahead of Vars. This battle for the GT lead still underway. Arish, I know Arish is quite a bit ahead, but he has to pit 2 more times. Compared to the cars behind, who everyone has already done 2 more pits. Henrique is doing good. Battle for prototypes still going underway. know I haven't been the best commentator of this. There's not a whole lot happening on track, unless you're, like, there's the fight for overall lead in this lobby, which is still going underway. Palazzo and Birchie still going at it. Anyway, there's about 25 more minutes left of racing in the stint. Anyway, it looks like Henrique's made his way past Arish. Arish, though, he did go into the pits, so that might botch him down a couple of positions. It might put him behind, potentially Punk, who's in overall 12th in this lobby, which looks to be 5th in GT. This fight between the top Frodo is still going on, yeah. Punk's just barely inches out Arish. Arish on cold tires, he's got to put his foot down. We're gonna move back to Flakbucks and Rag. Seems like these two GT cars have slowly gotten ever so closer. Rag's trying to find any way around. Probably shouldn't admit this, but either way, Rags finding a way around Flakbus, and he gets it done at the Le Mans curve. Wow, great move by Rags. Rags moving over middle side. Flakbus still trying to find a way around. Finding any way around Flakbus. Trying to increase the distance behind. That BMW in the straight line is pretty quick. At least in this BOP. But in this BOP, the Ferrari is also very quick as well. It's not by much, but it's enough to give you a slight advantage over everyone else. It's very, very small. But the car is also really hard to drive, as it just wants to oversteer at almost any given point. Either way, it looks like the fight between first and second and Proto is still going underway. Ozzo and Birchie still going at it. We're gonna move back up to Punk and Air. Seems these two have gotten very, very close to each other. Oh, in the background, Venu too sure if he's on the softs or mediums, but it looks like he just ran out of grip right at the end. It's now Erish fighting Punk for GT 4th position. I'm trying to hold on. There's a little over 20 more minutes until everyone has to complete their 3rd stop. Most people have done it. Not a lot of people have. I'm going to make an announcement in VC real quick. This is your warning. You have 20 more minutes to complete your 3rd and final mandatory pit stop. Failure to do so will result in a stint disqualification. But either way, 30 more minutes left of racing. Either way, Harris trying to find a way around. Either way, this battle's still going on. We'll go on board with Punk, with Erish behind, trying to find a way around. Figure out a way around just yet. A little bit too far behind. We're gonna go back to the Protos. Protos still good. It looks like Rag's still fighting it out with the flag. They're still close. Ultimately, these two are the closest 2 cars to each other on track. Still fighting for position. Fighting it out. Oh, man. Back up to the Protos. Seems the Protos have got every single bit closer. Going on board with Veloso. Berchi behind. Still trying to find a way around. Still at his bumper. Going on their way. Berchi's late on the brakes, closes. I thought Berchi might have hit Palazzo behind. No? Not yet. Not yet. Still fighting it out. Oh man, Berchi just a little bit too late. He had to slide that car in just to get it to stop. Oh, what are y'all doing after this? I know I'm napping after this. I am dead on tired. Looks like Enrique behind. It looks like Enrique's gone in for his 3rd pit stop. There's Vars on the map. And Enrique is just now coming out of final turn on the front stretch. It looks like he's fighting with someone in the back stretch. He's got past TRK. TRK is in his draft. It's a good thing Enrique's just putting the foot down. Lazo and Berchi still fighting with each other. But either way, Berchi's lost it. A little bit of ground to Veloso. I'm not sure if he went too wide at the final corner. For the 3rd pit stop, Sleepy. You know, he is a lap down. Still anyways game, especially for Stint's W. Which Alonso and Berchi definitely want right now. Hard on the brakes. Berchi just, oh, he closes the distance so easily. So now he's right on Velazzo's rear bumper again. The distance he lost, he's already made back up. Wow. I'm not too sure if the gap is small enough to where he would have to close in, especially on the front stretch and the one after turn 5 and there, right before Cunningham Corner, which looks like it was plausible or doable. Anyway, 15 more minutes to go until their final pit. 25 more minutes of racing remaining. Man, a lot of racing going on. So if anyone's wondering who's winning overall right now, I'm going to go to the live timing sheet, kind of reference who's winning and such. It looks like Protos, looks like Eclipse, Barcode, and Sean in the flopper entry is currently leading overall. And GTs looks like the F1R Forza Ferrari team. Cole, Redline, and Design leading the GT class. In Lobby D, who's winning in Lobby D? So right now, it looks like, reading this correctly, in Lobby D, it looks like the E Motorsports Racing Team Yellow, so EMC Timenter put in the most mileage in D Lobby, and his teammate is Punk, who is currently in 3rd in the GT class. This prototype battle still going underway, but I just came back to Berchi is now ahead of Velazzo. I don't know where it happened. My eyes were off the screen. I'm sorry for missing that. I probably should have caught that. I think Enrique. He's on the move. You can kind of see me in the background, the green Lamborghini. Anyway, here comes David. He's coming to the pit lane. Oh, this little fight between a couple of cars. 2 GTs and 2 Protos. Oh my gosh, Arish. Oh my gosh. That looked like it was Arish and Punk just fighting it out. But currently Arish is in front of Punk. So if you're the EMC guys, you've got the NWR, got NWR GTs to worry about. Which luckily, there's enough distance between that Timonar put on Stewie, which is he has the EMC guys a 0.8 miles advantage so far. Now we're closing in on the 20-minute mark. We're almost done with Stint 2. So if you're in D lobby, be ready soon, preferably. So we gotta get her going real quick. Berchi and Velazzo still fighting it out. This battle's been going on for so long. Oh, Berchi goes just a little bit wide. Here comes Velazzo. He's going to get the speed coming out the Le Mans curve. Side by side down the backstretch we go. For the nth time today. They're going side by side. Berchi he's on the outside. Here comes Velazzo on the inside. It's bumpy on the inside. And now both of them now jump in the pits and Velazzo beats out Berchi into the pit lane. That's a good thing. A good thing. Where's Enrique on track in the GTs? There he is. Where's Vars on the track? There he is on the map. You kind of see him in the white dot. Oh, that's not him. GT cars with the white dot. Yeah, there's not one. You can see Vars. That's 8th. He's at turn 6 on the far left. Here's where Henrique is. Which, really, they're fighting for GT victory. Oh boy. Either way. 10 more minutes. Another warning. 10 more minutes until you have to complete your 3rd mandatory pit stop. If you have not done so, you need to do it now or soon. We'll give you another warning with 2 minutes to go before then. 20 minutes to go of racing. Almost everyone has complete their pits. Irish and Punk are the only 2 that haven't pit their final mandatory just yet. Better do it now. Alright, where's Vars? Vars. Henrique is ahead of Vars. You can see him in the background of the BMW. That's where Vars is. He's closing the distance on Henrique, but Henrique has probably just enough gap to be fine. There you see the BMW behind. That's Vars. Here's Henrique. So if you're rooting for Henrique, now's a great time because, well, who's P1 and GT? That would be Henrique right now. Currently Irish. Henrique will be P1 as soon as Irish and Punk pit, probably in the next 5 minutes. Which I don't know why Irish and Punk don't pit yet, because they are losing time to Henrique, who's literally on the gas right now. Back to the fight up front. Veloso has lost a little bit of distance between himself and Birch. Shift, you now pit for a 6th time. I'm not too sure what happened. Now he's pit again for some odd reason. I'm not too sure why. I'm surprised Irish and Punk haven't pit just yet. They need to pit soon. Going in for another pit stop. I guess the third pit stop was on and way too early, which was a bit of a shame. Svina was hauling a lot. Over 5 more minutes in Stint, so you have to pit. 15 minutes to go in the stint. Still trying to find a way around. I think everyone's just come to tears like, what is happening? It's like, we're behind. Our original host literally had his Xbox account suspended. I don't know why that happened. But thanks to Flackbus and Birchie, they're kind of co-hosting this stint. Oh no, my controller batteries are low. Oh, Dilly. 5 more minutes for your pit. 5 more minutes. In this case, a little over 4. Oh boy. Harrison Punk still haven't pit yet. I gotta sneeze. Oh gosh. Still can't catch up. Virtue, I think Virtue's in a broken green. He's figured out the way around, now he's gone. Let's see, who else is close? Looks like there's two protos that are close to each other. It looks like Kaiser and Oracle fighting it out with right. If you have not done your 3rd pit stop, this is preferably your last time to do so. If you have not done your 3rd pit stop, you need to come in. Otherwise, you risk a stint DQ. Oh, Nelly. Worried about one driver right now. Punk currently needs to come in this lap. If he misses it, well, he's DQ'd himself, which is not wonderful. Wait, this fight for P3 and the Protos, Oracle and Kaiser still fighting it out. Still a long ways away from the 2 leaders up front, which is a really long ways away. Probably at least half a lap to them. Anyway, Punk's gotta go in. Like now. I know he's fighting with the leaders, but if he doesn't come in, he's gotta DQ himself. Someone's gonna yell at him real quick, because currently this ain't working for him. He's gotta go in this lap, and right now I'm kind of hovering over, make sure he does go in. In. He's now going to the pit lane. Oh, he's well on the inside. I think he's about to come in. Yeah, he got it. He's got it. There's still fights going on. Oh, Polsakos goes in as well. I'm not too sure why he went in. I want to think he got damaged, but either way, he's dropping down the order quite a bit. As now the fight for GT victory in Stint 2 still underway. You now see Vars closing in more and more to Henrique. Henrique's got 10 more minutes to fight it out. Alright. The pit road is closed for mandatory stops. Luckily, everyone has completed their mandatory stops. If you need to go into the pits for a 4th stop, you are allowed to do so. Otherwise, we have 10 more minutes of racing. This is a good thing for Henrique. He's got the move on. He's got Vars behind to worry about. But for Henrique, it's a good thing, because you have Swift behind. Well, and Vars just passes it with ease. Gets it done. Yeah, this battle between Henrique and Vars, it's not as intense as you... It's intense in their heads, because they're wondering, well, I'm winning my class. There's also this guy behind who's just hauling right now. Really, P1 GTs in this lobby? It's going to belong to Henrique. For Henrique, it's also a good thing. Let's see, what else is happening? There is one G-Lobby person, her team, that is currently, oh my gosh, Colt just blitzing it at G-Lobby, the Raven DMS team, all the way up to 52nd overall. A little over 5 more minutes to go. Anyway, the battle between the prototypes still going their way. It looks like Velazzo is closed in on Virtue up ahead. Got GT traffic to worry about. There's Sakura Shark. Sakura didn't really get in the way. Still holding the fort down. He's in, looks like 8th GTs. Not too bad if I were him. Velozo keeping it close to Birchie ahead. If he gets on the brakes, just gets past Rags in time. Yes, he does. Fight still on for overall lead in this lobby. Five more minutes to go. 5 more minutes to go. 5 more minutes. Birchie and Velozo, they're still fighting it out. 4 more minutes to go. Punk got a little in the battle, just a little bit. Fight's still on. Here comes Velozo. Enrique and Vars. The gap's still there. The gap hasn't really shrunk. Vars is still holding on best he can. Here comes Birchie and Velozo. Still fighting it out. My goodness. Oh man, the battle's still going. 3 more minutes to go. So Velozo and Birchie are still neck and neck. Oh, what's happened? Back to Vars, you can see him and Enrique up ahead. Coming out of turn 1. That's the lead for GTs right there. Back to Velozo. If you can find a way around Birchie. About maybe 1 more lap and change to go with the Stint. Also just trying to find a way around Birchie. If I were him, I was thinking, where the heck would I go? Right now he's landing his car best he can, but kind of beaches it just a little bit. 2 minutes. Sends it up the inside. That kind of holds up Velozo just a little bit. He gets on the traction just a little bit late. Fortune was kind of in the way. But there's not much you can do. Just the traffic kind of be the traffic in the way. As fight for P1 still going underway. Birchie and Velozo still fighting it out. Where's Enrique? Where are the bars? They're still next to each other. I think Enrique might be able to hold it off. I'm looking behind. I think they're still fighting it out. Gosh. This now Velozo finally gets draft engaged. There's less than a minute to go. battle's still on. See if Velozo can find a way around. Now there's 20 seconds to go. Let's see, oh, is Velozo gonna get a last minute send? Slam on the brakes, wherever you are. Wow, great battling. Alright, no one should be moving. Hey. Let's see. Someone needs to back up. I saw some movement after the countdown. Vanisher, can you just back up just a tiny bit? Okay, no one move. Alright. Alright, Birch. Alright, we'll start with Birchie, who is first. I mean, I can. Here, I'll write it down. B D. Alright, so Birchie. What's so 183. Okay. One 10705, I think. Is that what he said? Can you say the Vanu is in 5th. Right. Right. Distance to P1. Birchie. In P1. Bars. Oh. Oh, that's the total distance. That's total distance. Hey. What? Oh, Birchie's still here. Yes. Okay. So 1-1. No, distance to... Let's see. And then Fars texted me. Fars is 95,971 feet behind P1. Varsilian. Okay, and then David is, if you want to add 3186 to Vars, that's David's. Okay, and then Arish, how far are you behind P1? I need rags. Rash wrote
10 minutes left.
109,626. Yes. Fortune. Oh. Yay. So 104,817. 187. Wow. Nice. Yep. Do we get everyone? Okay, and I think... But if we've already got your distance and you need to bounce for the next stint, you could probably go do that. So good luck, have fun in the next 8 more hours. Yeah. Never did I think that someone's Xbox account would get flagged and suspended the day of the race. Oh, man. Oh, man. Alright. Well, thank you everyone for watching Stint 2. I will see everyone next time. I'll be Stint 6 for Lobby E. So